For those which might be new to the channel, hopefully by way of the quid of this video, you do come to be a subscriber. Let's talk about this. So this is what I suggest, right? Like the largest gamers out there, players that humans truly understand approximately within the conventional international, like MasterCard, are now launching tokenized card primarily based bill pay solutions and additional tokenization solutions as properly. Due to the fact this is not the first foremost endeavor for MasterCard around tokenization crypto-based you already know solutions. And I do not suppose it is going to be the closing. And what's crazy approximately this is, as we truly observe what's going on, those styles of huge players are forging the course to mass adoption via their real purchases. You were given to remember that those players like MasterCard or the big banks, they have a massive quantity of customers already. So once you begin to build a bridge to Internet 3, aka crypto, all of our unexpected mass adoption will become extraordinarily clean. Alternate and make use of the trade. This is one of the excellent exchanges out there. 24/7 support, massive quantities of buying and selling extent in a 24-hour period. They have access to pretty a lot any market that you can think of around crypto. So what are you guys expecting? Go and join up making use of my link down inside the description beneath and feature a terrific time trading. But additionally proper, we've lots of these large areas around the sector like Hong Kong, for an example, via their Hong Kong Monetary Authority, launching new initiatives. This one's genuinely known as Project Assemble. It's really partnering with Brazil, Thailand as properly for tokenization. Now we know that Hong Kong is tapped in with Ripple. We recognize this going all of the manner again to 2023. This became the primary main. You recognize massive information assertion around Ripple with tokenization. It was Hong Kong Monetary Authority. They're searching out retail CBDC use instances. This is a route with Ripple. They were not looking at tokenized actual property. Remember that, worldwide actual estate is a properly over $300 trillion asset elegance in itself. But if we observe this, that is with important banks. This is through lots of tasks. We clearly have assignment assemble. It's being linked with mission Drex. But the huge thing that I clearly kind of want to look at is simply the banks, which can be clearly taking part within this as well. And if we absolutely examine that proper. A lot of those banks and numerous those players like Hashkey or Fashionable Chartered, they are exposed to Ripple in huge ways. Standard Chartered invested into Ripple back in 2016. Hashkey just recently announced a partnership with Ripple to further the XRP ledger use cases via supply chain. So, as we take a look at some of these connections we must cope with. The truth that Ripple does have principal exposure to nearly all of those huge players which can be pushing tokenization in addition. But additionally proper, if we move lower back in time to February of 2024, this year, Us.Thankx and Ripple partnered to carry a multi-asset tokenization onto the XRP ledger. Now, I see quite a few human beings asking me inside the remarks saying, you realize, how is tokenization going to have an effect on XRP and isn't always even going to have an effect on XRP? The solution is sure. Think about it like this. What has precipitated Bitcoin to head up? The easy solution to that is simply people shopping for, promoting and buying and selling it. And if we consider that, this is simply a network impact. If we're speaking approximately network consequences, after which if we are looking at tokenization being doubtlessly a multi-quadrillion greenback marketplace, because the DTC settles $3 quadrillion really worth of securities transactions according to 12 months. All proper. So if we reflect on consideration on that and we have a look at $1 trillion, $5 trillion coming to the XRP ledger. Now, it's very conservative when we think about Archix announcing 30 to 50 trillion via the end of 2025. That's very conservative. And if you have $1 to $5 trillion at the XRP ledger, and via the manner, it is $1 to $5 trillion well worth of tokenized assets that are not just going to take a seat there. People are going to buy them, promote them, exchange them, maybe even lock in DeFi contracts to earn. You recognize yield on those tokenized assets. Now you've got a big financial network effect. This is tied to retail, tied to institutions. So if we reflect on consideration on that, and if we are searching at Bitcoin being as valuable as precious as it is today because of retail genuinely buying and promoting and buying and selling it, what does that suggest for XRP and the XRP ledger? If 1 to 5 to 10 to you understand 10 plus trillion greenbacks is residing on the ledger being traded 24/7, 365, you have DeFi projects also launching around tokenization. Think about the community impact of that. So yes, it immediately impacts the value of the community. However, then you definitely also have XRP itself being applied closely around tokenization, transaction swaps, or maybe yield era. So yes, this may create a large community effect, making XRP extraordinarily precious. But additionally, this isn't always just the first initiative. We also have Axelor returned in February as nicely. This became for past chain conversation, however, additionally for Aura was. It's a part of a strategic pass into tokenizing actual international belongings. Also, if we observe an immediate quote right here from David Schwartz, he said the main use instances. Now, outside of this, Kay, we additionally have over here with Archix, Ripple collaborates with Archix to carry loads of thousands and thousands of bucks of tokenized real global belongings to the XRP ledger. And just as I mentioned in so many films formerly, it begins with a massive M, then it is going into the huge B, after which it is going into the big T, hundreds of thousands to billions to trillions. And then after that, we, in reality, type of look at tens of trillions, loads of trillions. You recognize, I do not suppose that $100 trillion might be on the XRP ledger, but hey, I'd like to be incorrect. But as we surely study what is happening right here, we're witnessing this industry beginning the following essential segment. The subsequent main segment is institutions, traditional monetary players, all jumping in at the tokenization revolution. And it is just starting. And additionally, going again to August, Ripple to allocate 10 million to tokenize as treasury payments at the XRP ledger. And then greater lately, on October 22nd, Aurum launches 1 billion tokenized finances for statistics middle investments on the XRP ledger with Us.Thankx. Like I said, it starts with hundreds of thousands, goes to billions. State Street is one of the huge three proper. You have State Street, Vanguard, and BlackRock.
In its October 2024 report on asset tokenization in capital markets, State Street lays out a timeline for how tokenization is about to reshape numerous asset classes, taking into account elements like product type and trading strategies.
When State Street makes a call like this, it's well worth paying attention. Their research shows that the bond market, a key area wherein authorities and corporate debt is traded, is anticipated to be the first fundamental asset class to gain mass adoption of tokenization. Bond markets are foundational to the global economic system, influencing interest fees and reflecting economic sentiment. The diagram below breaks down the projections bonds are predicted to appear transformative tokenization effects within the subsequent year, accompanied by using commodities like precious metals in years. They even forecast longer-term shifts, just like the mass adoption of tokenized real estate with a predicted timeline of around 10 years deep. Now, earlier than I maintain, remember that we are already beginning to see primary projects like this at the XRP ledger. It is most effective, remember, of time till we see the XRP ledger adopted at scale for tokenization. There isn't any doubt about that. In my opinion, people can sit down right here all day lengthy and speculate all XRP's rate performance sucks. Yeah, this is okay, but XRP and the XRP ledger has been round for 10 years over proper. Over 10 years it has been round and it's been inside the pinnacle 10. And on top of that, Ripple, the organization that is continuing to push the XRP ledger for a simile due to the fact they may be utilizing it in heavy ways. They retain to amplify unexpectedly. We ought to take a seat here all day lengthy and kick the can down the road pronouncing, oh, the rate sucks, the charge movement sucks. Yeah, it's okay. Listen, Bitcoin's fee motion in some unspecified time in the future in time sucked. There's plenty of factors that sucked in time. For instance, Amazon's fee action sucked at some factors in time. When we think about what is taking place on this space technologically, it's miles extremely, extremely essential to cognizance on. And if we have a look at this, right, we have asset tokenization and capital markets, a primer over right here. For over 4 decades, State Street Global Advisors has served the arenas, governments, institutions,